Hi everybody, it's Bonnie from the Institute for Dreaming and Imagery. There are so many ways that dreams can help us, and today I'm going to talk about when our dreaming self knows more than our awake, conscious thinking self. So I'm going to illustrate this by way of a story that my father told me about when he was a little boy. Both my father and his mother, who was my grandmother, were powerful dreamers, and they taught me many things about how dreams can help us to solve problems and to help us find our way when we've lost it. So in this story, when my father was a little boy, he had I grew up in Texas, and he did too, and he had been on the ranch with his father, my grandfather. And he had wanted to borrow my grandfather's knife, and he wanted to whittle something. And his father had said to him, "You can borrow my knife, but it's my really good knife, so just make sure you have it back to me by dinner." So they went their own way, and dinner time comes, and my father had lost the knife. So he panics and he runs to the barn, and he's looking for hours, and he can't find it. He's in tears. My grandmother goes out and says, "You've looked enough, come to bed." As she tucks him in bed, she says to him, "Listen, ask your dreams, and your dreams are going to show you where the knife is." So my father does this and goes to sleep. In his dream, he dreams that he goes out onto the ranch and he's walking along a fence line. And he was a little boy, and so the posts that were holding the fence were higher than his head. And he's going along counting the fence post. And I don't remember which number. I think it was 27, something like this. And when he gets to that number, he reaches up on top of the fence post, and there's his father's knife. So he wakes up in that moment, and in the dark, he runs out to this fence line, and he counts 1, 2, 3, and he goes all the way to the number he had seen in his dream, and he reaches up, and there's the knife. Now, there's many reasons why our dreaming self knows more than we do. We can talk about what the body knows, what shuts off our thinking in the mind when we begin to feel frustrated and frightened. There's so many different ways we can look at it. Doesn't matter. What does matter for this video is our dreaming self can help us solve problems, help us to answer questions. We just have to ask. So one of the things that you can do is to ask a question of your dreams. To do that, take your dream notebook. Hopefully everybody has a dream journal at this point, and write your date and your question at the top of the next blank page, and have a dream, and then look at the dream the next morning and look at it with a very open mind. My father's dream was extremely linear and obvious. Dreams will always respond to our question, but maybe not always in such a linear fashion. So we have to listen with dreamers' ears. So that is my tip for today, and I wish you all happy dreaming.